Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Now this is part 3 of the upgrade series for this truck here, the MN82. I've added a wonderful new upgrade to this truck, guys. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into it. Now this truck needs no introduction, guys. It's the MN82. You know what's good about it, what's not so good. And the final addition I would say to this build here would be adding the portal axles. As you can see there, let's get a tight shot on that one. Beautiful hardware, guys. And out the box, you know, it's mainly a trail truck, and I have two builds here. This is more for overlanding and touring. This is my crawler build here, guys. So the main issue I had in the past with this truck, I added the brushless system. You can check out the previous videos if you want all the details on that. Added the portal axles, long travel suspension, better wheels and tires, brushless motor, bigger battery, and all that good stuff, guys. So this truck is absolutely fully upgraded. But the main issue, or the one other thing that I wanted to address with this truck, was the clearance underneath the axles. Now out the box, it's a straight axle setup, as a lot of you already know. So you can add the long travel suspension to the truck, but you still have issues with clearance underneath those axles. So if you really want this thing to be a better performer, you are going to want to either get a better design for the straight axles or go portals. So as you can see there, clearance is much improved over the stock axles. See, I can't even get this tire under there, but with the portals, it clears it no problem. So that alone is going to improve the performance. And this portal setup that I have here, I think it's a new release. I'm not 100% sure, but it should be a new release here, guys. You can see that little MRC logo on there. So it is made for the MN82. Beautiful design, guys. I have seen some improvements not only in the clearance but also in the steering angle. Lots of steering angle from this design here. And I have a host of other improvements that we'll discuss in this video as well. But just to discuss the pros of this axle setup here, like I said, beautiful hardware. It's like a gray finish, front and back. You can check out that there. I had to make some changes to the suspension as well. These aren't the suspension I was running before. I had like 65mm shocks. These are 53mm shocks. We'll discuss that in a bit. But beautiful hardware, guys. You know, a lot more clearance underneath those axles, as you can see there. Let's compare it to the MN82S. A lot more clearance. You can see I can't get it underneath this truck here versus clearing it with room to spare underneath the portal setup. And as you can see, the trucks ride at about the same height. You know, this one is a little bit higher, but they ride at about the same height, guys. You know, all the while having a lot more clearance underneath and obviously a lot more travel as well. So if we compare here, those are two tires right there on this truck. You probably could get a third one. Let's see there. So not quite able to get three. It just about clears it, just about, but it's not doing it easily, let's say that. Whereas on this truck, we're flexed out here, no problem at all. We could probably even get another one. Let's see. Yeah, not quite able to get 4, but it clears the 3 wheels here with pretty much no issue at all, guys. So much improved clearance. Beautiful hardware, as we've discussed. Improved crawling as well. So if you want to really rock crawl, the portals, just to give you a little example here, the portals are geared down. So with the brushless system that I'm running in this truck, in the past, I can show you while I tell you here. In the past, I got the brushless system on the truck, but it wasn't a perfect setup because what would happen is I would try to crawl it and it would kind of hesitate or cog. I'll give you a little example here. See, so it kind of hesitates We've discussed this in the past. You can check out those videos, but it kind of hesitates a little bit before it gets going. Right? Whereas on the new setup that I have here, guys, that has been significantly improved. So let's check that out here, guys. So because the portals are geared down, I did have some issues regarding wheel speed. It's significantly slower. However, crawling ability is much improved, guys. So it's not completely gone, the little hesitation that the brushless system had, but overall it is much improved, guys. It crawls no problem at all, guys. So I'm very happy about that. Very happy to see that, guys. Also, the next thing, like I mentioned, is the steering angle, the design. Now, the one issue, you can see those C hubs here. They're really far away from the actual hub. So that gives you a lot more steering angle, which is great. However, because it's so far, you kind of have a little bit of an issue with the clearance for the C hubs, but it's something you can drive around. Now, the main issue for me in my specific setup, guys, is, as you can see, the stance of this truck is pretty wide because of the offset of the wheels. So I've explored a few options with how I could address that. Let me show you real quick here. These are new wheels and tires, brass wheels and tires that I wanted to try out for this truck. You know, it's always evolving with this build here, guys, but I wanted to try to see what I could do to address that. By the way, guys, if you want to know what parts I'm using or what tools I'm using for my builds, I do have a video on that. I'll leave a link in the description. But let's say this one here, as you can see, this wheel and tire package here is a lot closer to that hub. So it covers it up a little bit, which gives you which makes it less likely for you to get anything in contact with the C hubs or the hub housing, which is good. But I'm not sure I like this design, guys. You can let me know what you think in the comments below. So it's much less of an offset, you know, but it's just the design of the wheels. Or, guys, do you prefer the nice wide stance of these wheels here? Hang on a second. Do you prefer the wide stance of these wheel and tire packages that I have right here, guys? So let me know in the comments below. But I'm liking it so far. Much improved performance for crawling, like I said. Very happy about that. The next thing that I have an issue though with this hub design is because the portals pretty much raise everything up, it limits what I can do for the suspension. Like I said, I am running 53mm shocks rather than the 65mm that I was running. So these are much shorter shocks that I have here, because when I ran the 65mm shocks, it had the body like all the way up here, which raises the center of gravity, and plus the overall stance of the truck I didn't really like. So because the portal axles here kind of raise everything up on the truck, you find that the servo comes in contact with the body here on the front, so you're kind of limited on the travel that you can have on the front as well as on the back. So what happens is the chassis up under here, when you're fully compressed, it now comes in contact with the back, which is not so good. But the positive about it, guys, is the 4-link setup that I had basically bolts right on, no modification whatsoever, no changes. Just unscrew it from the old setup, which is this one right here. You basically just unscrew it from the old setup and just screw it right down onto the new portal axles. So I'm very happy about that. I didn't have to do anything at all. But it does come in contact with the body right up under here, so it limits that travel. I can't get to use the entire suspension travel there. As you can see, there's still a little bit of room in the shocks, but not a huge issue, guys. Just an observation, really. Still plenty of travel, still plenty of flex. I really wanted to run these wheels here, which is the one that when I originally made this truck, I bought these wheels for it, but they don't look quite right to me, guys. I can show you real quick here. Take a look, guys. It's a little bit, the offset is a little bit too aggressive for me. You see how wide it is? I thought that was a little bit too wide there. It doesn't look quite right. I could modify the hubs right here, but I'm not sure I want to do that, guys. I don't want to have any issues whatsoever. I think I'd much rather buy a wheel for the truck that has a much less aggressive offset than to modify the axles and have problems down the road. So let me know what you think, guys. These wheels or these ones right here, this one, or these right here. Leave a comment below. But yeah, guys, that's really the main thing I wanted to discuss here. I wanted to show you the new setup that I have. It is an absolutely beautiful piece of hardware. And the next great thing about it as well, guys, is when I bought it, I got this keychain as well. Let's take a quick look at it. I got this keychain, which obviously I'm so happy about, guys. Take a look at that. It has the MRC logo on there. Nice quality as well. Came with a little screwdriver. But I'm definitely going to keep this. I'm very happy with it. You know, something I could put on my house keys or, you know, whatever. So definitely loving that, guys. Beautiful piece of hardware. Very happy with it. Let's get that back on there. But yeah, guys, let's do a quick little driving impressions of this setup here so you can see the differences. Like I said, the wheel speed is the main difference. This is much slower now, so I don't have the wheel speed that this truck has. However, it crawls so much better. So these trucks kind of serve two very different purposes right now. This one is more like a overlanding and touring kind of build. This one is much more focused on crawling. So that's the main thing, guys. Let's get them outside so you can see the differences between both in terms of wheel speed, crawling ability, and so on, guys. Steering angle and all that. So check it out, guys. Let me know what you think. guys, so that was just the quick driving impressions for both trucks to show you the difference between each of them. Now what I'm gonna do is a dedicated driving video. I'm gonna call it the Just Drive series, where I put these trucks in their element so you can see exactly how good they perform and so on, guys. No talking, probably no music, we'll decide later, but no talking, just driving, crawling, overlanding, touring, you name it, guys. That's gonna be the Just Drive series, so look out for that soon, guys. Get subscribed so you don't miss it. But hey, very happy with the performance on this truck, guys. Obviously you could see where this one struggled a lot more to crawl than this truck, but stay tuned for the Just Drive series, guys. Lots more to come, lots more new trucks coming soon, guys. Lots more series and so on. Don't forget to check out the Best 118 scale crawler series that I'm doing as well. I have some new trucks coming for that one too, so look out for that. Again, guys, get subscribed, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.